Hi there, happy hump day and welcome to Wednesday. As adults, we can be very quick to advise children and teenagers to be careful about what they post on social media. We talk to them about the dangers of, if you post something now, it could come back later in your life, particularly in the context of your career, and cause you damage. And yet, despite the advice that we might give children, there are still plenty of examples of adults who are posting things on social media that don't help their career. And so it can be easy to think that social media can be a career derailer. And there's no doubt in certain circumstances it can, but it can also be a career accelerator when you use it wisely. So in today's Happy Hump Day, we're going to talk through that and I'm going to give you some ideas to think about. So when you think about meeting someone for the first time, we size someone up very quickly. We work out, do we like them? Do we trust them? Do we want to work with them? Do business with them? And we're often making that assessment on quite superficial, or what researchers will call thin pieces of data. This thin slicing is us assessing someone very, very quickly. It's a handshake, it's a smile, it's what the person looked like. So often superficial elements are being used to assess a person. The same thing happens in the social world. A person is going to make an assessment on you, your character, who you are, whether they want to work with you, not want to work with you, based on what it is that they're seeing that you're posting and you're saying. So that quickness to assess, to judge, just as we do it when we meet someone face to face for the first time, we also do it in the online digital world. Tom Peters, who is a world-renowned leadership expert, been around for many, many years, talks about how all of us need to understand the importance of branding. We're CEOs of our own companies, what he calls Me Inc. And that to be in business today, one of the most important jobs is to be the head marketer for the brand of you. Now, this isn't just about whether you're running a business. The same applies to you working in a corporate career, in a professional role, because there's no delineation between your personal brand, what it is that you do in your personal life, and your professional brand in a digital world. What you post in your personal life impacts how people see you professionally. And that impacts your reputation. And your reputation is one of those elements which, if you've watched one of these before, you would know I often talk about, because it's such an essential career asset. So just as you put money and time and energy into investing in your education and your professional development, you need to spend time and energy investing in your professional reputation and how people see you. And there's a couple of things to consider. First of all, you really need to know, what is it that you stand for? Because you want your social media commentary, the things that you're talking about, you're posting about, to actually reflect what matters to you. So when you're thinking about posting, ask yourself, does this represent me when I'm at my best? Am I going to be proud to stand by these comments now, but also in the future? And is this action going to enhance or detract from my reputation? The next thing, you want to be visible. Great to have, your picture up there. You've access to the social media. Doesn't say a lot though, if you're not actually visible. You want to be the leader of your career. You want to be commenting on things that showcase your ability, your talent, and where you've got thoughts and opinions on things. So to me, there's a couple of parts to this. Firstly, you have to build the foundation. So yes, you get access to the platform, you put out your initial profile, you want to get all those basics right. But then you want to design your position. And in this design phase, this is going beyond the basics. What you're starting to do is examine and implement activities that are really going to profile your online presence and actually resonate with the audience that you're targeting. Number 3, and this is when you take it to the next level, it's what I call rock your presence. And it's the deliberate strategy of 5 C's. Connecting, firstly. You want to connect and build relationships, and really genuine relationships. Don't be one of those annoying people who sends out a connection request and then as soon as the other person has accepted, you start bombarding them with requests. Be genuine. Connect with people that you're genuinely interested in and find ways to help them. 2, create. Create and be active online. Have a regular program of updating your status, sharing interesting articles, curating your own content, or commenting and sharing other people's content. Consistency. You need to ensure that what you're posting and how you post aligns with your value, the values that you stand for, and your desired market positioning. And this includes being consistent in the type of language that you're using, your tone of voice, what type of content that you share. Number 4, checking. Regularly check and review your profile. Things change, styles change, data changes. Keep that profile up to date. And lastly, number 5 is all about controlling. The platforms that you use, they regularly change, particularly privacy settings. What you want to make sure is that what you're using and how you're using it is current. And also you want to make sure that you're controlling who sees what in your feed to the extent that you can. The last part of this is to really make sure that all of this works for you. You need to invest time in it. What you want to be able to do is take a fit for purpose approach. You need to think long term. Be really deliberate about the audience that you're targeting and always be professional. And I always think about it. Yeah, you don't want to be too bland and beige when it comes to social media. There's no doubt there are ways and times that you need to stand out, but you also need to be authentically you, and you need to be professional. And what's professional and what's suitable depends on the industry and the market that you're targeting. And above all else, have a bit of fun with it, because if you're not enjoying it, it's pretty clear to the people who are going to be seeing your content that you're seeing it as a chore rather than as something that's going to help the people around you and also help you. That's it. A lot in this week's episode. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.